To stay fit and healthy, what does our body requires? Excellent choice. Balanced diet is the right answer. Makki ki roti and sasan seg is the famous food for. Solid response. Punjab is a valid choice. Carbohydrates are made up of which of the following? You got it? Your choice carbon, hydrogen, oxygen is right. Which one of the following cannot be digested by us? Strong choice. Roughage is the right answer. Which one of the following is water-soluble vitamin? Right choice. Vitamin B is the best answer. Which nutrient is our body's main source of energy? Correct. Carbohydrates is the right answer. Bow-shaped legs and pigeon-type chest is symptom of. Great thinking. Rickets is the right choice. To test the presence of starch, we use DASH solution. Sharp thinking. Dilute iodine is the right choice. The deficiency of DASH causes bone and tooth decay. Exactly. Calcium makes sense and it is right choice. Animals that eat both plants and animals are called. Nicely done. Omnivorous is a solid answer. Approximate percentage of water in our body is DASH. Correct response. 70% is the most accurate answer. The process of making yarn from fibers are known as. Nice selection. Spinning is the correct and valid answer. What is the primary source of vitamin D for humans? Nice work. You chose sunlight, and it is correct. What percent of our body weight is made up of water? Well picked. 70% is the correct answer. Which activity helps our body to produce vitamin D? Smart pick. Standing in the sun is the correct choice. All deficiency diseases can be prevented by taking. Well done. Balanced diet is the right choice. Which one of the following is a deficiency disease? Clear logic. Your choice, all of these, is sound and 100% true. DASH helps in protecting our body against diseases. Valid point. Vitamins is true. What is the main function of vitamin E in the body? Good job. Your answer boosts immunity, works well here. Common form of carbohydrates found in food is DASH. You're right. Starch and sugars is the correct answer. Deficiency of vitamin C causes a disease known as. Well reasoned. Scurvy is the correct choice. Which of the following food items is rich in iron? Bravo! Spinach is the answer. A balanced diet would have a variety of food items. Good thinking. True is the right answer. The food components needed by our body are called. On track. Nutrients is the correct answer. Which disease is caused by deficiency of proteins? Smart move. Kwashiorkor is an accurate answer. Select the ones which do not provide any nutrients. Right again. Water and roughage is a valid answer. DASH is caused due to the deficiency of vitamin D. Excellent. Rickets is a brilliant choice. Which vitamin is known as the sunshine vitamin? You chose vitamin D, and it is correct. Which of the following are energy-giving foods? Perfect. Bothan is the correct choice. Beriberi is caused due to the deficiency of dash. Great job. Vitamin B is the accurate answer. Dash is the disease occurred due to lack of iron. Correct. Anemia is the right answer. Which of the plant fiber is known as golden fiber? Great thinking. Jute is the right choice. Dash helps to push undigested food from the body. Sharp thinking. Rohij is the right choice. Which of the following is not an example of iron? Smart move. Ig is an accurate answer. Test for the proteins is in the color of violet. Right again. A true is a valid answer. Name the mineral whose deficiency causes goiter. Nice selection. Iodine is the correct and valid answer. Identify the source of iodine from the following. Great job. Iodized salt is the accurate answer. Which mineral is important for thyroid function? Solid response. Iodine is a valid choice. Calcium is necessary for strong bones and teeth. Good thinking. True is the right answer. Read each set of terms and identify the odd set. You chose plants, vegetable, butter, milk, and it is correct. The part of the sugarcane used to make sugar is. Perfect. Stem is the correct choice. Guava, lemon, orange, and tomato are rich in dash. On track. Vitamin C is the correct answer. Which of these is the quickest source of energy? Right choice. Sugars is the best answer. Mark the plant whose flower is consumed as food. Nice work. You chose broccoli and it is correct. Which of the following organisms are omnivores? You got it. Your choice, humans, is right. Which of the following is not a food component? Well reasoned. Fiber is the correct choice. Following which of one is protein-giving foods? Exactly. Meats make sense and it is right choice. Find the odd one out. Iodine, iron, sodium, zinc. Smart pick. Sodium is the correct choice. The food that we eat contains substances called. You're right. Nutrients is the correct answer. Ricket is deficiency diseases due to not having. Clear logic. Your choice vitamin D is sound and 100% true. Which disease caused by deficiency of vitamin C? Correct response. Scurvy is the most accurate answer. Tapeworm leeches mosquitoes are the examples of. Excellent. Parasite is a brilliant choice. Obesity, blood pressure, and diabetes are called. Well done. Lifestyle diseases is the right choice. Soybean and dals are rich sources of proteins. Nicely done. True is a solid answer. Beriberi is diseases caused to dash deficiency. Strong choice. Vitamin B1 is the right answer. Which of the following causes lack of proteins? Good job. Your answer kwashiorkor works well here. Deficiency of vitamin C causes scurvy or goiter. Well picked. Scurvy is the correct answer. Deficiency of vitamin H leads to which disease? Bravo! Hemorrhage is the answer. Dash is required for maintaining good eyesight. Valid point. Vitamin A is true. Which vitamin is essential for blood clotting? Excellent choice. Vitamin K is the right answer. Where was William born? Where was William born? Well done. England is the right choice. Which nutrients are called energy-giving food? Correct response. Both A and C is the most accurate answer. Which macronutrients should a bodybuilder eat? Perfect. Proteins is the correct choice. Which of these forms most of our body weight? Exactly. Water makes sense and it is right choice. Disease caused due to deficiency of vitamin A. Smart pick. Night blindness is the correct choice. Animals which provide meat and egg are called? Bravo! Poultry is the answer. Which nutrient is essential for brain health? Good job. Your answer, omega-3 fatty acids, works well here. Plants store energy in form of sugar or starch. Valid point. Starch is true. Which of the following food comes under fats? Strong choice. All of the above is the right answer. You can say glucose can be compared as fuel. Sharp thinking. True is the right choice. Calcium is a mineral and can be found in dash. Nicely done. Dairy is a solid answer. Plant fibers are obtained from dash one and a dash. Excellent. Jute. Cotton is a brilliant choice. Which of the following is bodybuilding food? You're right. Proteins is the correct answer. Bleeding gums may be caused by deficiency of. Excellent choice. Vitamin C is the right answer. Which portion of an egg is rich in proteins? Right again. White is a valid answer. What are dietary fibers also known as dash? Right choice. Roughage is the best answer. Our body is made up of mostly what nutrient? You got it. Your choice water is right. Food can be classified by its origin as dash. You chose animal and plant origin, and it is correct. Which vitamin is required for good eyesight? Great job. Vitamin A is the accurate answer. Which provides more energy than carbohydrate? Nice selection. Fats is the correct and valid answer. Which of the following is a protective food? Good thinking. Fruits is the right answer. Which of the following is a synthetic fiber? Nice work. You chose nylon and it is correct. Which of them is caused by lack of proteins? Well reasoned. Kwashiorkor is the correct choice. Which carbohydrate is present in sugarcane? Well picked. Simple carbohydrate is the correct answer. Which color indicates presence of protein? Clear logic. Your choice violet is sound and 100% true. Vitamin present in carrot, papaya, mango is? On track. Vitamin A is the correct answer. Identify micronutrients from the following. Correct. Vitamins and minerals is the right answer. Carbohydrate is present in food in form of. Smart move. Starch is an accurate answer. Children need -hours of sleep in a day. Solid response. 8 to 10 hours is a valid choice. Fats provide us energy. State true or false. Great thinking. True is the right choice. What is the main function of dietary fiber? Well reasoned. Aid digestion is the correct choice. Marasmus is caused due to the deficiency of. Clear logic. Your choice protein and carbohydrates is sound and 100% true. Deficiency of vitamin causes loss of vision. Well picked. Vitamin A is the correct answer. Can we be obese by drinking a lot of water? Bravo, no is the answer. Deficiency of which nutrient causes goitre? Nice work. You chose iodine, and it is correct. The food component present in sugar is dash. Nicely done. Carbohydrate is a solid answer. Deficiency of a dash causes night blindness. Excellent choice. Vitamin A is the right answer. A fiber does not have nutritional value is. Great job. Roughage is the accurate answer. Kwashiorkor is caused due to deficiency of. Exactly. Protein makes sense, and it is right choice. Beriberi disease caused by deficiency of. Correct. Vitamin B1 is the right answer. All the nutrients are present in all food. Well done. B false is the right choice. Dash in food gets destroyed during cooking. Sharp thinking. Vitamin C is the right choice. Fats are divided into how many categories? Smart move. 2 is an accurate answer. Which of the following are macronutrients? Right choice. Fats, carbohydrates, and proteins is the best answer. Which of the following is a root vegetable? Nice selection. Carrot is the correct and valid answer. From which source can we obtain vitamin D? Good job. Your answer sunlight works well here. Which among the following is a carnivore? Strong choice. Lion is the right answer. Swollen and bleeding gums is a symptom of. On track. Scurvy is the correct answer. Loss of vision is caused by deficiency of. Excellent. Vitamin A is a brilliant choice. Which of the following is not a nutrient? Correct response. Water is the most accurate answer. Orange and amla are sources of vitamin A. You chose false, and it is correct. Papaya and carrot contains which vitamin? You got it. Your choice, vitamin A, is right. Sugars provide energy faster than starch. Smart pick. False is the correct choice. When starch is present, iodine turns dash. Valid point. Blue-black is true. What nutrient keeps our bodies hydrated? Right again. Water is a valid answer. Eating more than enough fats can lead to. Good thinking. Obesity is the right answer. Raw potato and rice are rich in starch. You're right. True is the correct answer. Dietary fibers is also known as protein. Solid response. False is a valid choice. Deficiency of dash causes scurvy disease. Perfect. Vitamin C is the correct choice. Do we use some plants to make medicines? Great thinking. Yes, we do is the right choice. Goiter is caused due to dash deficiency. You chose iodine, and it is correct. Dash required for good eyesight vitamin A. Great thinking. Vitamin A is the right choice. The human body contains % of water. Smart pick. 70 is the correct choice. Select the one that is rich in proteins. Right again. Gram is a valid answer. What is the role of vitamin in our body? Exactly. Fights against different disease makes sense, and it is right choice. Whose deficiency makes beriberi disease? Nice selection. Vitamin A is the correct and valid answer. Vegetables, fresh fruits are rich in fats. Well picked. False is the correct answer. Which vitamin helps our muscles to work? Correct response. Vitamin E is the most accurate answer. Carbohydrates are present in the form of? Excellent choice. Both, and is the right answer. Inability to see in dim light is due to? Good job. Your answer, night blindness, works well here. Food-contained proteins are often called? Great job. Bodybuilding food is the accurate answer. Which vitamin deficiency causes scurvy? Well done. Vitamin C is the right choice. Iron is the mineral found in our blood. You got it? Your choice true is right. Which nutrients provides highest energy? Good thinking. Fat is the right answer. Ghee and butter are also called as dash. You're right. Animal fat is the correct answer. A person is anemic. This can be due to? On track. Deficiency of iron is the correct answer. What is the other name of carbohydrate? Clear logic. Your choice sugars is sound and 100% true. Dietary fiber helps our body to get rid. Valid point. Undigested food is true. Materials required for preparing a dish. Correct. Ingredients is the right answer. Hair fall occurs due to which vitamin? Strong choice. Vitamin K is the right answer. Goiter is caused due deficiency of dash. Bravo! Iodine is the answer. How many components of food are there? Right choice. Sen is the best answer. Rickets is caused by the deficiency of? Nicely done. Vitamin D is a solid answer. Which vitamin is important for vision? Sharp thinking. Vitamin A is the right choice. Which deficiency disease cause goiter? Solid response. Iodine is a valid choice. Carbohydrates can be tested by using.
Nice work. You chose iodine solution, and it is correct.
Scurvy is caused due to deficiency of.
Smart move. Vitamin C is an accurate answer.
Which vitamin keeps our skin healthy? Well reasoned. Vitamin A is the correct choice. Dash keeps our eyes and skin healthy. Perfect. Vitamin A is the correct choice. Vitamin required for good eyesight is.
Excellent. Vitamin A is a brilliant choice.
Unscramble the following gamblate tide.
Smart move. Balanced diet is an accurate answer.
Anemia is caused due to deficiency of. Valid point, iron is true. Plant part which are eaten are called. Excellent. Edible part is a brilliant choice. Which of the plant does not give oil?
Clear logic. Your choice China rose is sound and 100% true.
Dash is also known as dietary fibers. Correct response. Roughage is the most accurate answer. Which of these is example of strack? Good job. Your answer melon works well here. Swelling in the neck is a symptom of. Well picked. Goiter is the correct answer. Which one is not a function of food? Great job. Prepare protein is the accurate answer. What is needed for test of proteins? Nice work. You chose caustic soda, copper sulfate, and it is correct. Growth and repair of body is done by. Sharp thinking. Proteins is the right choice. Beriberi is caused by deficiency of. You chose vitamin B1, and it is correct. The energy-giving nutrient is called. Well reasoned. Carbohydrate is the correct choice.
This nutrient gives me strong teeth.
Strong choice. Minerals is the right answer.
Deficiency of dash leads to rickets.
Exactly. Vitamin D makes sense and it is right choice.
Dietary fibers are also called what?
Solid response. Roughage is a valid choice.
The major nutrients in our food are.
On track. All of these is the correct answer.
The energy-providing nutrients are. Nicely done. Both carbohydrates and fats is a solid answer. Carbs become into sugar or glucose.
Bravo. True is the answer.
Proteins come under which category? Good thinking. Bodybuilding food is the right answer. Scurvy is deficiency of which vitamin? Excellent choice. Vitamin C is the right answer. Sunlight is the best source of dash. Right choice. Vitamin D is the best answer.
Vitamin present in citrus fruits is.
You got it. Your choice vitamin C is right.
Vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin.
Perfect. True is the correct choice.
The edible part of tomato and chili.
Great thinking. Fruit is the right choice.
They protect the body from diseases.
Nice selection. Vitamins is the correct and valid answer.
Choose a proper example of proteins. You're right. Meat is the correct answer.
Roughage is the fibrous substance.
Well done. True is the right choice.
Anemia is a deficiency disease of. Correct. Iron is the right answer.
Main reason of obesity is to take. Right again. Fat-rich food is a valid answer.
Deficiency of protein causes what?
Smart pick. Kwashiorkor is the correct choice.
Vitamin K helps in blood clotting.
You chose true, and it is correct. Protein is the bodybuilding food.
Smart pick.
True is the correct choice.
Carrot and radish are example of.
Perfect. Root is the correct choice. Deficiency of water can cause dash.
Sharp thinking. Dehydration is the right choice.
Percentage of water in our body is.
Valid point. 70% is true.
Balanced diet would depend on the. Good job. Your answer all of these works well here.
Calcium, phosphorus, iron are dash.
Right choice. Minerals is the best answer.
Potatoes are rich sources of fats.
You got it. Your choice false is right.
Which vitamin is found in oranges?
Excellent. Vitamin C is a brilliant choice.
What nutrients gives more energy?
Nicely done. Fats is a solid answer.
What thing we use to test starch?
Nice work. You chose iodine, and it is correct.
Which of the below is a nutrient?
Correct. Proteins is the right answer.
Vegetables and fruits are washed.
Great thinking. Before cutting and peeling is the right choice.
Ghee and butter are also known as.
Correct response. Animal fat is the most accurate answer. Fine hair like strands are called.
Right again. Fibers is a valid answer.
Proteins are energy-giving foods.
Bravo. False is the answer.
Jaggery is a major source of dash.
Great job. Carbohydrate is the accurate answer.
Goiter is caused by deficiency of.
On track. Iodine is the correct answer.
Dash are also known as roughage.
Exactly. Dietary fibers make sense, and it is right choice.
Dash is a bodybuilding nutrient.
Strong choice. Proteins is the right answer.
What are the components of food? Excellent choice. All of the above is the right answer. Kwashiorkor is due to deficiency of.
Smart move. Proteins is an accurate answer. Vegetable that contains water is.
Well reasoned. All of these is the correct choice.
Which is completely mixed in water?
Clear logic. Your choice salt is sound and 100% true.
Vitamins and minerals are called.
You're right. Protective food is the correct answer.
The richest source of energy is.
Well done. Fats is the right choice.
Here what is energy-giving food? Solid response. Carbohydrates is a valid choice. Which of these provides energy?
Nice selection. Carbohydrates is the correct and valid answer.
Bleeding gums can cause scurvy. Well picked. B true is the correct answer. How does calcium help our body?
Good thinking. Build strong bones is the right answer.
Fresh fruits contain water. Nice work. You chose usually and it is correct.
Loss of vision caused by .
Nicely done. Vitamin A is a solid answer. Food rich in roughages are . On track. Fruits and vegetables is the correct answer. Which gives the most nutritious? Excellent choice. Fats is the right answer. Deficiency of vitamin B1 causes.
Well picked. Berry is the correct answer.
Amla is the richest source of. Bravo, vitamin C is the answer.
Milk is the richest source in.
Good thinking. Protein is the right answer.
Deficiency of causes give. Great job. Vitamin B is the accurate answer. Carbohydrates and fats are . Strong choice. Energy-producing foods is the right answer.
Common energy-giving foods are.
Nice selection. Carbohydrates and fats is the correct and valid answer.
Vitamins and minerals are . Solid response. Protective food is a valid choice.
What are the sources of goiter?
Good job. Your answer fish and salt works well here.
Main symptom of Beria is .
Smart move. Weak muscles is an accurate answer.
Which of them is not a cereal?
Well done. Potato is the right choice. Bees collect from flowers. Great thinking. Nectar is the right choice.
Nail polish can be removed by.
Sharp thinking. Distillation is the right choice.
Which does contain vitamin C?
You're right. Orange is the correct answer.
Starch can be tested by using.
Valid point. Iodine solution is true. Name a food item rich in fats. Well reasoned. Butter is the correct choice. Minerals are required in . Perfect. Small amounts is the correct choice.
Deficiency of iodine leads to.
Smart pick. Goiter is the correct choice.
What is the role of calcium?
You chose makes bone density strong, and it is correct.
Seafood is a rich source of.
Right again. Iodine is a valid answer. Egg is a rich source of . Exactly. All of the above makes sense, and it is right choice. Amla is rich source in .
You got it. Your choice vitamin C is right. Good source of protein .
Right choice. Egg and pulses is the best answer.
Major source of protein is.
Clear logic. Your choice, both A and B, is sound and 100% true.
Seafood is a good source of. Correct. Iodine is the right answer.
Fish and pulses are rich in. Correct response. Proteins is the most accurate answer.
Jaggery is a good source of.
Excellent.
Carbohydrates is a brilliant choice.
Athletes take a lot of dash. Right again. Carbohydrates is a valid answer.
Dash provides us vitamin C.
Good job. Your answer citrus fruits works well here.
Honeybee makes honey frume.
Perfect.
Nectar is the correct choice. Dash is a sunshine vitamin. Smart move, vitamin D is an accurate answer.
Water-soluble vitamins are
Sharp thinking. Vit B and C is the right choice.
nails, hair are made up of.
Exactly. Proteins make sense and it is right choice.
Our hair and nails contain.
Nice work. You chose protein and it is correct. Animal sources of fat are
Correct. Both milk and cheese is the right answer.
roughage gives us energy. Right choice. False is the best answer.
Dash is rich in minerals.
Clear logic. Your choice banana is sound and 100% true.
Lack of vitamin C causes
On track. Scurvy is the correct answer.
Click the source of fiber.
You chose roughage.
And it is correct. Which of these is shining?
Correct response. Aluminum is the most accurate answer.
Overnutrition results in nice selection. Obesity is the correct and valid answer.
A person with anemia may.
You got it. Your choice, all of the above, is right.
Hemoglobin and blood need.
Bravo. Iron is the answer.
Choose the correct pairs.
Well reasoned. Vitamin and night blindness vitamin, B-berry berry, is the correct choice.
Proteins involved in dash. Well done. Bodybuilding foods is the right choice.
Eggs are a rich source of.
Good thinking. Protein is the right answer.
Vitamin B1 causes fervor.
Great thinking. Ave True is the right choice.
Protein is a dash food.
Valid point. Bodybuilding is true.
Pulses are the source of.
Excellent choice. Protein is the right answer.
Name food rich in starch.
Strong choice. Chapati is the right answer.
Silicon is also known as.
Great job. Beauty mineral is the accurate answer.
Starch is a kind of dash.
Solid response. Carbohydrate is a valid choice.
Proteins is also called.
Smart pick. Bodybuilding food is the correct choice.
Potatoes are rich in.
You're right. Carbs is the correct answer. Composition of fats are. Excellent. Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen is a brilliant choice.
Sunlight gives us dash.
Nicely done. Vitamin D is a solid answer.
Forms of carbohydrates.
Well picked. All of these is the correct answer.
Fats are found in dash.
On track. Milk products is the correct answer.
Name the mineral below.
Smart pick. Zinc is the correct choice.
James Lind was a dash.
Perfect.
Scientist is the correct choice.
What is balanced diet?
You're right. Proper balance of nutrients is the correct answer.
Sources of iodine are strong choice. Salt and seafood is the right answer.
Lack of iodine causes.
You got it? Your choice, Goiter, is right.
Proteins are called.
Bravo. Bodybuilding food is the answer. Example of vitamin A? Solid response. Carrot is a valid choice.
Fatty substances are.
Nice selection. Translucent is the correct and valid answer.
Which one is opaque?
Well reasoned. Both A and B is the correct choice.
Seafood is rich in. You chose iodine, and it is correct.
Berry cause of. Smart move. Vitamin B1 is an accurate answer.
Milk and cheese are.
Good thinking. Animal products is the right answer.
Protein helps us in.
Right choice. Bodybuilding is the best answer.
Full form of PM. Well done. Protein energy malnutrition is the right choice. Are all fats bad? Correct response. No is the most accurate answer.
Vitamins are dash. Good job. Your answer protective foods works well here.
Find the odd one.
Great thinking. Butter is the right choice. Plate is made of.
Valid point. All of above is true.
Potato is a dash.
Excellent choice. STEM is the right answer.
Human beings are.
Well picked. Omnivore is the correct answer.
Humans are dash. Correct. Omnivores is the right answer.
Fats is rich in.
Excellent. Butter is a brilliant choice.
Iron is a dash. Right again. Mineral is a valid answer. Source of iron.
Clear logic. Your choice, all the above is sound and 100% true.
A salad is a. Nicely done. Heterogeneous mixture is a solid answer. Milk contains.
Exactly. Lactose makes sense, and it is right choice.
Sunlight has.
Great job. Vitamin D is the accurate answer.
Humans are.
Nice work. You chose omnivores, and it is correct.
Iron is a.
Sharp thinking. Mineral is the right choice. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format?
Correct. Contact Narayan Changda on Facebook is the right answer.